What's happening today, Jason?
We are fixing a lumpy, bumpy lawn with a massive rut running through it.
This might be one of the worst lawns we've done yet. So
Yep.
what's happening now?
We're going to show you how we got to this.
Let's go. Now that we've got the grass cutting a bit shorter, we're starting to be able to see all the humps and hollows in the lawn. Bit of common sense, if you're going to be doing a job like this and you're scalping your lawn down, do it in 2 or 3 cuts so as you're not putting too much pressure onto your lawnmower.
Next step, let's get it scarified, and today we're going low.
Jason's now on the 3rd pass. We're going a bit heavier than what we usually do today because this lawn hasn't been touched in years. So this lawn, you can see it's a selection of moss. You see little bits of grass. So the scar fan just pulls all this out. So whenever you have too much moss and thatch in your lawn, then your lawn can't breathe. We bought these last year. They've been really good for the scar fan and for clearing up any waste. I didn't think these would take the abuse. I thought they would be hard to use. I didn't think they would work very well, but these have been fantastic. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to smash the like button. Now, for anyone that wants to learn more about their lawn this year, I've got a free learning hub.
And it's organised by topic, so you can find answers fast, from complete beginner to advanced.
To find out more, check out the QR code
or the link below.
You can clearly see the rut that's going up the middle of the garden. I do have a plan. We're going to try and build a new tool out of this here. I don't know if it's going to work. Now, our next job, we're going to do our overseeding. Lots of people ask me, Robbie, how come you do the overseeding and then you do the topsoil and then you do more overseeding? Scar fan creates the lines in the soil, and whenever we start walking on top of the lawn, those lines close over, so it's a really good opportunity to get the seed down into the lawn. The grass seed we're using is a dwarf rye and a red creeping fescue. For any beginners watching, we always use topsoil to top dress if we're leveling, because compost rots down. The place where I get this from, they store this stuff inside. It's really good soil, it's quite sandy. I suspect it's something like a 70-30, there's very few stones in it. Anytime we want to fill in holes in our lawn, we always go to a local builder's merchant, but Eglantine Timber, that stuff's fantastic for it.
I've just got a little tip for screwing these eyelets in. It's getting a bit tight to do it by hand, so there's a little spanner. Slip it in. It has a nice little bit of leverage to twist it in.
We wanted to find an easy way for any beginners to find the humps and hollows in their lawn. Jason came up with the idea of dragging this across the lawn. Hopefully the camera picks up the bit of a dip there. That's what we want. We don't want to fill it all up in the one go, because over time that's going to compact down itself. You're going to do this working in. If you skip this step, then it'll sink over time, whereas if you do it like this, it doesn't sink so much. So if we take our plank, you can see how far we've still got to go. A couple of years ago we did the cheapest lawn care tools we could find on Amazon, and at the time of recording this lawn lute was £60, and we've been using it professionally ever since. The reason why we like it, it's good and sturdy, but it also splits apart, so it folds right down and you can store it easily in your garage. But whenever you look down that, you can nearly sort of still see a slight dip in it. It's amazing how much I always said in every video, filling in a small hole, there was only a small line up that, but by the time you take it level out to either side, you end up using a lot more material than what you first think. So with our new employee, Peter the Plank, go ahead Jason, to look for other hollows in the lawn. So we can clearly see that there's a good gap just here. So our next job, any remaining stuff, we're going to fill this in across here. We've just had the most important thing whenever we're top dressing lawns, and that is to have a cup of tea. We had our lunch and let that dry. It's always so much easier to work into the soil if you leave it for half an hour. So there's a few different tools we're going to use. We have our drag mat here. We're also going to have a go with the back of the rake and the lawn lute, lawn leveler, just to show you how easy it is to work that material into the lawn. So the lawn lute pulls the soil off the high bits and into the low bits, the same as the drag mat. Back of the rake will do a good enough job, but it'll work the material in, but it doesn't really level per se. If you didn't have one of these here, you could. A big long soft brush would do it as well. In a lot of my videos, you'll see a homemade drag mat, very similar to this, apart from it's made out of rubber. The broom handle and some cable ties and a bit of rope does a really good job. If you're using the measuring tool on the iGrow Carpet website for any of our fertilizers, it'll tell you you can use it to work out the size of your lawn and also exactly how much you need for each application, regardless of whatever product that you're using out of iGrow Carpet. It's always on the calculator and it'll tell you exactly how much you need for your own lawn. As Jason puts on the pre-seeder, let's talk about watering. Best time to water your lawn is first thing in the morning. I'd always recommend 6 a.m. in the morning. Now, if you're like myself, you're not going to want to be up at 6 a.m. So buy yourself a water timer off Amazon. They're 20 or 30 pounds. They're not expensive. Set it and forget it. It's really important, especially in days like this here, to keep your lawn properly watered. The worst times of day to water your lawn is during the day because you're going to lose loads from evaporation. You can also water in the evening times, but you risk maybe getting some disease in your lawn, and plus it's just not as effective.